Now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for successfully. The Bengals drive about to get going. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
Can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You've just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Play action. It's Burrow. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. That is caught. It's Uzomah. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Throwing again, it's Burrow. Sliding out of the pocket. Touchdown! That's caught. T. Higgins from 8 yards out, and the Bengals have taken the lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and that makes the score 14-7. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. 3rd and short yardage. Cousins. This one incomplete. Probably should have been picked. A little nonchalant with a throw to the safety valve, and it's 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass, a run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down.
But when you do call quarterback sneak, you don't mind if your quarterback's a little bit on the vertically challenged side, do you? Because he's just going to hide behind his big guys up front and be able to surge forward and pick up the 1st down.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
To throw again. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Lets it fly for Thielen. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions.
This is caught inside the 15. And all the way down to the 7-yard line. A big play there for Cincinnati. Now Burrow. Flush to his right. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Bengals. It's Tyler Boyd. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Here are the Vikings now to start. Following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start? The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So, Charles, defensively here, you're going up against a veteran quarterback. He's got a lot of know-how, a ton of savvy, but a guy who's not the most mobile of quarterbacks. What's the plan of attack?
You spend all week pumping up your defensive front. Your defensive tackles, your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that go after the quarterback the most, because you know that he's not going to run and beat you consistently throughout the game. You can rush more aggressively off the edge and even up the middle, because even if he evades you, he's not going to go very far. You have a lot more confidence going after him in the pocket.
Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot. Second and 8. Now Cousins. Throw caught there by Osborne. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big connection on that one. 31 yards. From the red zone now, Cousins. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook there to make the grab. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Certainly not what they wanted there, so the football by rule comes out to the 40.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Burrow looking to pass. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off here by Jimmy Smith.
And the Vikings are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. And I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins. Forced out to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
To throw on 2nd and 10. Cousins eluding the pressure right.
And the third interception thrown by Cousins. Picked by Jeff Gladney.
And the Bengals are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. They still can't get it. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. T. Higgins, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his 2nd extra point here in the first half. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. This to C.J. Ham, the fullback. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. On 1st and 10, Cousins. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And Viking fans spent plenty of time wondering how they were going to replace Stephon Diggs when he left for Buffalo. But I think most would agree now that Justin Jefferson was the best rookie receiver in football last year. 88 catches for an even 1,400 yards. I would say the numbers don't lie.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To the air again, it's Cousins. Being chased out left. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Vikings have made this now a one-score game. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead will shrink to 6. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Brandon Wilson to return it. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Here's Burrow. Buying time to his left. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big play there for Cincinnati. So the big play moves him all the way across. 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. Escaping the pressure right. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Vikings are going to have it here just past the 25. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Cousins. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. they become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
Now Cousins on fourth down.
And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Logan Wilson.
The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. Throwing is Cousins. Under pressure, and they got to him again. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now Jordan Berry on to kick this one away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Steps away to his left.
And he will find his man Chase complete.
And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Open man is Uzama. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this, or keeps hitting the calculator. But
and that ball going to be intercepted yet again.
Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Well, baseball folks, Charles, they like to talk about the 3 true outcomes, a strikeout, a walk, or a home run. But for this quarterback, it's been the 2 true outcomes here. He's got 4 touchdown passes, but now a 3rd interception.
And it pains you to think that you have to try and tell him to rein it in. But at the same time, you can't just chuck it up there and hope for the best. And old school football coaches will tell you there's 3 true outcomes. Throw him the ball, and 2 of them are bad. Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Play fake, Cousins. They'll roll him out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing, Cousins. It's complete to Cook. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 18. To throw it is Cousins.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be second down. Now Cousins. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Cook. And the Vikings have got a first and goal as he's out of bounds at the 4. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll throw again. Cousins. For the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Second down and goal. Cousins. And Rudolph has got it. The big tight end for a Viking touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Vikings have tied it. They can grab the lead with a PAT. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission.
Play action. It's Burrow. Flush to his right.
Got a man open. It's Chase.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. To throw again on second down. Burrow. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. From the 31, Cousins. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
And Lambeau will put this one through, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. He was solid on the field goal, but not as solid on the kickoff there, and that'll put him at the 40-yard line to start this drive. Cousins gives way to Cook. Able to power through. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Working out of the gun, Cousins. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this one is incomplete.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Read it well, and it's picked. And the Bengals are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. From midfield now, Burrow. This goes out wide from Mixon. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Burrow will throw. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah.
And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the 1st sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. But you said it earlier in the quarter when we saw a broken tackle then that we might see some missed tackles here early on in week 1, and that's another one right there.
Yeah, not a surprise at all. It will even out as the season extends because everyone will get used to the play speed. But right now, here in the early season, the advantage definitely goes to the offense.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. From the gun, here's Cousins. And finding the tight end Rudolph. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
43 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Cousins to throw it. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
Cousins from the gun on third. And my goodness, another interception. Trey Flowers picks it. He's at the 30. 10. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six for the Bengals TD.
Well, I think we all know the turnovers have a way of deciding games, and before you say something snarky, I realize that's not particularly astute. But in this case, how about the evidence right here in the third quarter? They've got the lead, moving the football, things looking good, and then...
Yeah, so now a flip on the scoreboard with that pick six, and I don't know, the rest of this second half shaping up to be very interesting. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him and they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. 4th down, Cousins. And now here's another interception. Trey Flowers picks it, and he will bring it back. It's a pick six for the Bengals TD.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Nwangu now from his end zone.
And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
At their own 13-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Flushed out right.
Open man is Osborne. He's got it.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Here's Cousins. And this will be incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener.
Cousins now. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with it. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. He'll try and throw for it here. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings.
Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years, with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal.
Vikings 38.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken at the goal line. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. From the 30 on 2nd down, Burrow. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Lets it fly for Thielen. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll go out of bounds finally at the 7. A big play there. Cousins to Thielen. 68 yards. The defense, they weren't fooled on that post route. They just couldn't make the play.
And the offense definitely tried to fool them because you saw the other route combinations, didn't you? Anything that they were running trying to draw attention away from the deep part of the field, but still had it covered, yet they were able to come up with a nice play.
Throwing is Cousins. Caught on the slant. Touchdown, Vikings. Kyle Rudolph. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Vikings have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Lambo to add on the extra point. And the lead is down to 2.
Makes the score Bengals 47, Vikings 45.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. This game has really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim one-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
Dancing to his left. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
On 2nd and 10. Burrow. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the Vikings are right back in this football game. So, my goodness, I would have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. On 3rd and 1, here's Cousins.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook. Get the 3rd down conversion.
Success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the pass. Up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
On 1st down, Cook. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They go play action. Cousins. And Rudolph has it left side. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 37. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. Second down.
It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
So third down, and a field goal from here would be right about 50 yards as they try to get closer. To throw is Cousins. And that is incomplete.
And this defense definitely in his head there on third down, and he's pretty fortunate. They didn't call for grounding on this one. That was a good 10 feet over everyone's head.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Desperation time. Cousins on fourth down. Inside of 2 minutes remaining in a two-point ball game. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with a football. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. The Bengals drive about to get going. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now it looks like he'll throw here. He finds his running back, Mixon.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up.
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith.
Well, my, how the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception, potentially a game changer.
And I just got to think to myself, at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine. And all those teams that talk about all gas, no brakes, you better have the emergency lever to pull occasionally. They could have used it right there. They put themselves in a tough spot with that interception.
This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, but a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had, because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That can finish things off for them.
So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
And this pass broken up. The contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
This defense looking impenetrable now. 3 straight incompletions. They're giving him nowhere to go with the football. Maybe a little frustrated back there.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. When you've missed on 3 straight, there's going to be some frustration. But now he's got to make sure that frustration is temporary, not lingering. Big throw coming up.
Cousins in the offense is going to stay out there. They're going to try on 4th down. Cousins. He's going to let it fly. This is caught inside the 15. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. They'll run with Cook. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and the lead is up to 5.
52, Bengals 47.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The return man, Wilson. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. One possession game, time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat...
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Now Burrow. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards.
Well, if you're a fan of offensive football, this game is for you because this one's been much more like a tennis match than a football game. Back and forth, and there's another example right there of another big play in the passing game.
Here's Burrow.
He's going to let it fly. And incomplete on the deep ball. And a timeout is called. So now you're looking at probably just one final play from back in their own territory, and they're going to need a miracle.
To throw, Burrow.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there, picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as they understand where they are on the field?
A final shot now for Burrow. Forced out to his left. He's going to fire one, corner of the end zone. And this is going to be caught. It's caught. And they've won the football game.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Bengals, they can breathe a sigh of relief as they're able to eke out the 1-point victory here in the opener. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they obviously fall to 0-1. Well, we're about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to the sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with the Tennessee Titans. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
Taken in at the 3. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
action. Now it's Locke.
A check down here for Henry.
Trucks over him. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
And how'd you like to be a cornerback, having to come up to try and tackle that big man out of the backfield? Heck, how'd you like to be a linebacker or a defensive lineman? Because he's as big as all of them. Derrick Henry, not utilized a whole lot in the passing game, just 19 catches a year ago. But when you swing it to him out of the backfield, look out.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. That one caught out wide by Julio. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They look to throw. It's Locke. He's going deep for Brown. It got his man complete. Touchdown, Titans.
For Drew Lock coming out of Missouri, the one thing that scouts they loved was his arm strength, and we see why there.
And you think on 3rd down, they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks. And I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's McDonald off of the play fake.
Oh, he's going to air it out right away. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen 1 touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25.
From the gun, it's McDonald. Throw left side, taken in by Mims.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Out of the gun, McDonald. And that's to the former Titan, Corey Davis. And he is going to have a Jets first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. They go play action with McDonald.
And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Here's McDonald to throw. For more. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
McDonald sets to throw.
In trouble, and he's taken down. Jeffrey Simmons picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
On fourth down, punt coming from Braden Mann.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Now Locke. He completes it to Henry. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play there on the catch and run. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Locke. Looking downfield for Jones. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Titans. Julio Jones. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Titans have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead.
Extra point up and good by Bullock. And it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Amani Hooker. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So as they take it over, we step aside. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. After the turnover, here's Locke. Rolling to his right. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Derrick Henry, his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Titans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Bullock good on the extra point, and it's now 21-0.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
It's almost human nature, isn't it? They score on one play. You come out on offense, you try and do exactly the same thing. They tried the deep ball, couldn't quite connect, but give them an A for effort.
Throwing is McDonald.
And that is incomplete.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big third down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
McDonald. A throw to the flat for Carter.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Again, he'll drop to throw. Uncorks one for Davis. He's got a man, complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. It's a big play that time by the Jets. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Right back to Davis. It's complete.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
And he comes back with one complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. 21-0 our score after 1. The Jets on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. Johnson will take this one in. Touchdown, New York. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
It certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game. And Derrick Henry with the ball in his hands, what a sight to behold, because power and speed involved in every touch for him. Coming off another spectacular season with the Titans, he became the first since LaDainian Tomlinson in 2006 and 2007 to win 2 straight rushing titles, and he did it with style, too. Just the 8th man to top 2,000 yards and the first since Adrian Peterson in 2012. He has his sights set on another 2,000-yard season.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on.
Lock's throw there taken in by Smith.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Airing it out deep for Smith.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off at the 22. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line.
Caleb Farley, the first-round pick back in April, there on the tackle.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. McDonald. Here's Johnson with a reception. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. On first down, McDonald. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great...
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. The Jets on third down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
So that was a very nice play, Charles, from a very speedy cornerback.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
And the next-gen stats tell the story as he was traveling at better than 19 miles an hour.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Flush to his right. 1:53 remaining in this first half of play. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And they'll get to this and touch it. Looks like, yeah, right at the 15-yard line here. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 39. Big yardage that time for the Jets.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Throwing on first down. McDonald.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Picked off by Dane Cruikshank.
And the Titans are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive
as they'll take over with just under a minute left to play until the break.
Locke's throw complete there to Smith. And some space here. Touchdown, Titans.
But for as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The return man, Ty Johnson. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. It got his man complete. And all the way down to the 26. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. On 1st and 10, McDonald being chased out left. And he'll just get rid of it.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again. McDonald. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A final shot before break. McDonald to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. A final shot before break. McDonald. And Mims has got it. Touchdown, Jets. Denzel Mims as time expires in the 1st half. And the Jets are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the 1st half. Extra point attempt to follow here. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit. So we reach halftime here with the visiting Titans taking the lead into intermission. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this 2nd half. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the 2nd half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the 1st half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. McDonald flushed out right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double. Why? He scrambles and picks up a 1st down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup with someone trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
And that is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a 1st down.
Corey Davis, of course, 4 years with these Tennessee Titans. They decided not to pick up his 5th-year option, so he left for the Jets. Even though he's coming off statistically his best season as a pro, just short of 1,000 yards on 65 catches in his final season with Tennessee.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. They'll look to throw again. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. Back to throw again. Eluding the pressure right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now. Back to throw. McDonald. That's going to be caught by Carter. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Jets have made this a one-score game. So the Jet offense staying on the field. They're going to go for two. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time.
That's true.
That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust. I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Lock going to throw.
This will go to Henry out wide.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball. Up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On 2nd and 9, Locke. Flush to his right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, Almost impossible.
Well, yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run, too. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Running from the gun with Henry. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe it'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Block now to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down. Here's Bullock now for the Titan field goal. This from 54 yards away. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. Charles, 54 yards. I'm surprised that came up short.
I would agree with that one because normally if he misses, it's accuracy, not length, because he has plenty of leg for that. But maybe it's like I hit my golf shot, you know, maybe it's like my wedge. You know, when you chili dip and you hit the ground ahead of it, sometimes that'll shorten your distance as well.
On first down, McDonald. He'll air this one out for Mims. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Looking to throw. McDonald. And the grab by Croft. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll make it 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. To throw on 2nd down. McDonald. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Well, there was nothing open down the field, so give him credit for his patience and not forcing it. Showed a lot of confidence in his big man to just swing it out to the fullback, and they got some good yardage out of it.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on first down. McDonald. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. The Jets on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Back to throw. McDonald. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback.
And the Jets are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Flushed out right. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Cole McDonald, his 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. And the Jets have taken the lead. So from 3 scores down, these guys have fought all the way back to grab the lead. And I'll just tell people what happened. When they went up 3 scores, I wrote on your paper 2 words, game over, and now I'm eating those words. I was wrong.
A little salt, a little pepper, goes down pretty easily.
I will admit when I make a mistake.
Well, it looked like it was going that way. This is one of those paging Frank Reich moments. I can't believe I just brought that up. Because Frank Reich at Maryland in college did it to my Tennessee Volunteers, and that was a big reason why my team lost.
Sounds like he still harbors some pain from that game.
You know, we still got a little time to work it out with the doctor.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here.
He's going deep for Brown. And this one is incomplete.
He's made plenty of plays throughout this game, pressing the ball downfield to the tune of 4 touchdown passes. Was shooting for a 5th there. That one came up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
A shotgun handoff to Henry. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
Now the try here for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
We'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Locke.
They'll fire one downfield for Fant.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
His defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Titans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Shotgun snap to Locke. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Smith. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll run. It's Henry. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Derrick Henry denied here on 4th down. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
From the gun, it's McDonald.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Here's McDonald to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the rookie from Virginia Tech, Caleb Farley. And the Titans are right back in this football game. And now with that interception, you feel like we've got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the fourth.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no. But the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
So pass interference, the call there. Always, obviously, Charles, such a subjective call. You agree with the penalty?
Well, from where we're standing right now, I think the officials are tightening things up here in the second half. Maybe a defender gets away with that in the first, but this time the flag comes out, and I think it's a good call. They're down 2 scores, and they need a quick one to try and get back into this one. That was one way to try and get it done. Unsuccessful in the attempt, but they have no choice but to keep trying.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Locke going for it all.
And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10. Now Locke.
Gets this to Ferkser, the tight end.
And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. Bullock's kick is good, and this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal? End the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
He'll air this one out from Mims.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Another incompletion would certainly be ideal defensively. A big play now. This is 3rd and 10.
Play action. It's McDonald. That is caught by Mims. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
And Rudolph has it, the tight end. 2nd down and 8. McDonald. He'll air this one out from Mims. And look at this. They get the turnover. Picked off by Dane Cruikshank. And the Titans are right back in this football game. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders...
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging in the balance. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 1. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd and goal. Keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. Here's Henry. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Only a So now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. Now Locke, gotta have this one. Eluding the pressure right. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game. Now Bullock to add the extra point. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Escaping the pressure right. And he whips that one incomplete there.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. McDonald sets to throw. A throw to the flat for Carter. And he will stop the clock here as he's out of bounds with the 1st down. The 24 seconds remaining. He's having a big game through the air, and sometimes those smart decisions just dump it off. That's how you continue to have big games through the air.
I agree totally. That's a great analogy, a great way to put it, because he doesn't get too greedy where everything has to be pushed downfield, trying to create big plays that aren't there. You dump it off and take that nice gain, and things add up, and now you have the kind of game he's having.
Buying time to his left. Able to connect with Mims. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Well, they had held him pretty well in check, but if you recall back in the 1st quarter, you said they needed to avoid the big play. He finally gets loose.
And the thing about it, it doesn't have to be a bunch of big plays. Sometimes one big play can be enough. That's why it's tough to deal with a guy like that.
On 1st and 10, it's Carter.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1.
They'll run with Carter.
And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They just likely won this thing in regulation.
Well, they were looking to pick up the first down on 3rd and short. They got a little more than they bargained for, finding the end zone as well.
And oftentimes in short yardage situations, you get a lot of defenders stacked near the line of scrimmage, partner. So if you can get past that first wave, there's usually room to roam, and he found it.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And he tries to get as much as he can here while protecting the football as he dives to the ground. So they'll quickly now signal for the timeout. And it's definitely not looking good, but at least they'll have one final play to hope for that miracle and get him in the end zone. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. One final try for Locke. To Henry. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still